Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Moore getting ready to read your Chapter 11 Test Evolution of Populations. Just a reminder that you may use your notes and book to complete this test, so make sure you have it ready to go. And also, if I am reading too fast, make sure you are pausing this video and taking your time and working at your own pace. Alright, here we go. Go ahead and log in, get your test pulled up. First section is just the directions, so make sure to read those. The second section is your class information, so you just want to make sure you're putting in your first name, your last name, and then your class period that you're in. Once you're done, continue to section 3. Number 1, the combined alleles of all the individuals in a population is called the phenotype, gene pool, mutation rate, or allele frequency. Number 2, what are the two main sources of genetic variation? Mutations and extinction, recombination and extinction, recombination and reproduction, or mutations and recombination. For number 3, make sure you are using the figure 11.1. Make sure you're referring to that to help you with your answer. Number 3 says, figure 11.1 shows how a population of cacti changes when it faces selective pressure from two predators, the pecaries, wild pigs, and a parasitic insect. The dashed line shows the original population. This insect most often kills cacti with an intermediate number of spines, high number of spines, low number of spines, or complete lack of spines. Again, use that picture to help you. Number 4, what type of selection occurs when individuals in a population with the intermediate phenotype are selected for? Directional selection, stabilizing selection, intermediate selection, or disruptive selection. Next, you'll see figure 11.2. Make sure you're using this and referring back to it for question number 5. Question 5 says, figure 11.2 shows the tail feather length of a male widow bird and their reproductive success. The males that had the greatest reproductive success were the birds with tails that were particularly short, mid-length, relatively long, or any length. Once you're done with that, make sure you're continuing to the next section. We are on section 4, and number 6 says, when a few individuals start a new colony, it most likely results in genetic drift through the founder effect, more variety in the new population, extinction due to the bottleneck effect, or mutation due to disruptive selection. Number 7 says, the movement of alleles from one population to another is called founder effect, microevolution, genetic drift, or gene flow. Number 8, a population that has a normal distribution of the range of heights has many individuals who are tall and few who are average or very short, short and few who are average or very tall, average height and few who are very tall or very short, or average height and none who are very tall or very short. Number 9, what does being in Hardy-Weinberg equilibrium mean for a population? The population is evolving very rapidly. The population is not evolving. Equilibrium would gradually end. Gene flow would occur, but slowly. Number 10, If the actual allele frequencies in a population do not match genotype frequencies predicted by the Hardy-Weinberg equation, the population is isolated, extinct, shrinking, or evolving. Once you are done with all of those questions, make sure to move to section 5. Number 11. Which of the 5 factors that can lead to evolution would operate on a change in body color that enabled animals to better hide from predators? Natural selection, genetic drift, sexual selection, or gene flow? Number 12. Reproductive isolation occurs when a small number of individuals moves and starts a new population. Some catastrophic event greatly reduces the size of a population. The gene pools of different populations have become very diversified. Or members of different populations can no longer mate successfully. Number 13. What type of isolation occurs when the timing of reproduction is different between 2 populations? Geographic, temporal, behavioral, or selective? Coevolution is a process in which species, this is number 14, evolve similar characteristics in different habitats, become increasingly different from each other, become extinct and are lost permanently, or evolve in response to changing in each other. Number 15. 2 species that are closely related become increasingly different through divergent evolution, disruptive selection, convergent isolation, or competitive relationships. When you are done with those questions, move on to section number 6. You are going to first use figure 11.3 to answer all the questions 16 through 20. So go back and look at that picture to help you answer all of those questions. Number 16 says, a type of wild pig eats cactus plants. The dashed line shows the original cactus population. From the graph, what type of cactus do these animals eat more often? They eat cacti with 115 spines more often. They eat cacti with 110 spines more often. They eat cacti with 90 spines more often. Or they eat cacti with 70 spines more often. Number 17. How has the mean value of the number of cactus spines in the population changed in figure 11.3? The mean has shifted to the left from 90 spines to 70 spines. The mean has shifted to the right from 70 spines to 90 spines. The mean has shifted to the right from 90 spines to 110 spines. Or the mean has shifted to the left from 110 spines to 90 spines. Number 18. How is the population of cacti changing? The mean number of spines on each cactus has shifted to the right towards a higher number of spines, or the mean number of spines on each cactus has shifted to the left towards a lower number of spines. Number 19. What has caused the shift in the cactus population? The wild pigs prefer to eat cactus plants with fewer spines, so more cacti that are very spiny are surviving. The wild pigs prefer to eat cactus plants with more spines, so more cacti have fewer spines are surviving. Or the population is not shifting. Figure 11.3 shows an example of what type of selection? Disruptive selection, stabilizing selection, intermediate selection, or directional selection. When you are done with that, go ahead and move to Section 7. You are going to use figure 11.4 to answer the questions 21 through 25. So again, make sure you are referring to that image. Number 21. What do the steep peaks on the extinction rate curve in figure 11.4 represent? Mass extinctions, background extinctions, extinction due to abnormally high predator activity. Number 22. About how many families of organisms have become extinct per million years due to background extinctions? Between 10 to 15 families per million years? Between 5 to 20 families per million years? Between 10 to 20 families per million years? Or between 4 to 5 families per million years? Number 23. According to this graph, when did the most extinctions occur in the least amount of time? Between 0 to 200 million years ago? Between 200 to 400 million years ago? Between 400 and 600 million years ago? Or between 0 to 400 million years ago? Number 24. Compare the approximate background extinction rate with the highest recorded extinction rate. The background rate is 4 times more than the highest extinction rate. The background rate is 2 times more than the highest extinction rate. The highest extinction rate is 4 times more than the background rate. Or the highest extinction rate is 2 times more than the background rate. And number 25. How does specification occur after a mass extinction event? Once well adapted, species can diversify and evolve to live in a wide range of environments that were left empty by the extinct species. This is called adaptive radiation. Animals can coexist after mass extinctions and eventually interbred, leading to new species. Periods of punctuated equilibrium follow mass extinctions. No new species evolve. Or evolutionary arms races where species compete against one another to develop advantages for resources. Leads to the development of new species. All right, that is your entire test. Good luck!